Hello and welcome back to TMTV. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for sticking with us even after the watch along the other night where we was absolutely horrific. The hangover, my hangover wasn't as bad as Burnley Football Club's. The hangover from last season was shocking. It was there, it was evident, and we looked poor. Two completely different Burnley sides to the one against West Ham. It just, yeah, Wednesday is going to be an interesting fixture. If you're new around here, please do subscribe. It really does help. Like, follow, and all that carry on. Just do it. It don't cost anything. It's free. It's free. And where else can you get anything for free these days? You can't. You can't unless you're a thief. Other than that, thank you very much for joining us. We are going to be previewing the cup game. Yes, now Burnley don't have a very good history in cups. But we've gone and knocked out a former striker in Martin Patterson and his Notts County team. And now we've been drawn against the Chickens themselves and Graham Alexander's Bradford City. Now, I'm joined by the lovely, lovely Dita, and I'm so happy to have you on. Like, it's good that we can get everybody on from the pod at certain times. But no, how are you? And how have you been? What have you been up to?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, first off, thank you for having me on. Yeah, not too bad in terms of stuff going on. Obviously, doing my own stuff on my own media page, but then just trying to keep busy. And obviously, season's back, so can't complain really.
And you started pretty well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not too bad, is it?
No, not too
Um,
bad being a Bradford City fan now.
no. And I've just seen Ant Sarcevic sign a new contract.
Sarcevic, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
I
buzzing
rate
for that.
him, me. I rate
Very
him,
good
me.
player. Very good player, yeah.
How old is he, though? He's in his 30s now, isn't he?
Yeah, he must be 30, I want to say 32, maybe?
No way, he's still younger than me.
I don't know, maybe 30. I don't think he's that. Well, I'm bad with age anyway, to be honest. I know he's in his age, but yeah, club captain signing a new deal. You can't complain, can you? I mean, the video
Spurs.
announcing him, yeah, the video announcing him, though, is a bit like, yeah, a lot of fans weren't too happy with the way he was pouring a pint, but there we go. I mean, he's a footballer for a reason, so.
The things that the players are made to do for announcement videos and stuff like that. Trust me, some of Burnley's is just wacky. So I'm just like, right, okay. Um, but obviously, this should be an interesting game. I don't think we've played each other for at least 20 years or something like that, which is absolute
Yeah.
madness. Um, but you guys you've cropped up the second round of the cup. Are you excited about? You got a bit of cup fever in you. How are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I'm excited. Obviously, it's obviously a big game. Obviously, there's a lot of links to Burnley within our squad. Obviously, our manager is one big factor, but I think it's going to be a game that's going to really show where we're at personally in terms of where we are with our squad. We have made a lot of changes, so it'll be good to see our lads against a better opposition in yourselves and just see how they'll work together. Because I do think the other two games that we've had, no disrespect to those teams, but I think Rochdale was more of like to see where the new players would have fit in, whereas Peterborough was kind of like that test at home, especially to be like, right, league game now, we need to see how they're going to do, how we're going to do, that sort of thing. I mean, Sheffield Wednesday obviously was a massive result for us. I don't think
Yeah,
many people
huge.
thought we were going to win. I didn't. I thought we were going to get a draw, and I would have been happy with a draw. But the way we went about it, especially in the second half, I think it just shows what sort of team Graham Alexander's building, and I think that will really show it on Wednesday.
Do you think as well that you've took some of last season into this year of, keeping that optimism high that you were on the cusp of promotion last year?
Yeah.
This time let's go one better and HMS piss the league essentially.
I mean, if that happens, that would be quite surreal. But yeah, I think just taking that momentum from last season, obviously the playoff defeat was really tough.
Yeah,
I was there for the home leg, and it was hard because you could see everyone's expressions, and obviously in the moment you're going to be gutted. You could see all the fans were gutted, but I think a lot of people were like, right, it's like the stepping stone now for this season. We're a first season back in League One. We can't just automatically be expected to get promoted again. Obviously, it does happen, but I think for a club like Bradford City, we need to build the foundations and just keep growing and keep going. And I think this season might help. Obviously, I can't predict the future. I wish I could, but I mean, I wish, like, I hope this season has like all the answers that we were missing last season. Like we've strengthened in so many different areas, especially on the pitch. Off the pitch, there's been so many things like to do with the club and the community and that sort of thing. So I think everything's coming together this season, and I think Graham specifically on the pitch has built a team where he knows he can rely on those players and they'll deliver and they'll grind out results, and that's exactly what you need in League One.
Yeah, definitely. You said there that you've got a new bulk of players as well. I mean, have you been happy with the summer's transfer business so far? I think it shuts tomorrow, doesn't it? Or is it next week, next Tuesday?
1st of September, I think it is.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
so.
So you've got another week, but are you happy with the
Yeah,
transfer business?
I mean, we've strengthened in the right places, I think, personally. Obviously, a few players who did depart in the summer, Max Power in particular, I think losing our captain was very, very, like, not necessarily shocking because of the reason that he decided to leave the football club was to be closer to home in Wigan. His family's over there. His son, I believe, plays in the academy. So it's all the
Oh, fair
ties
play.
to Wigan there. So it makes sense that aspect. Sam Walker, similar situation. I was gutted when he left because he was one of my favourite players. He's moved down to Watford. His family's from down south, so that makes sense. Curtis Till, another one whose family's from down south, so he's moved back down to Burton. Those three make sense. I mean, Jensen Metcalf, I was gutted when he left. I was so gutted. What an incredible player. If you haven't seen him play, please just watch him because he is a joy to watch. And he's got his move to Millwall, and I've seen on Twitter on Saturday Millwall fans absolutely rate him, and I couldn't be more happier because he massively deserved it. And obviously we got him from Everton's under 21s. He played for Chesterfield in League Two, so he's got experience in League Two, League One, now Championship. I wouldn't be surprised in a few years if he plays in the Premier League, but yeah, to lose a player like him, a young player like that, was hard, but we have strengthened. Obviously, we've got another young player in Henry Cartwright from Leicester. We haven't seen much of him yet, but to be fair, it was kind of similar with Jensen at the start of last season. He didn't really play that much, and then like second half of the season, he kind of kicked on and became one of those players who were always in the team sheet. I think Henry might be that sort of player as well. We've strengthened obviously in the keeper department. Obviously after Sam Walker leaving, we've got Cameron Dawson from Rotherham. And we've got, almost forgotten his name then, where is his name? John McCracken, almost forgot his name. I've got a list, but I forgot his name. John McCracken from Dundee. I don't know how I forgot him because he's definitely going to be one of my favourite players this season. He's an absolute nutcase in goal and I absolutely love watching him. Like, the saves he was making the other day against Sheffield Wednesday, I thought, blooming heck, lad. Like, it's just a joy to watch him like that. And he just commands his box so well. And I think, especially with a new keeper and new defence as well, you think, oh, it's going to be a bit thingy, like, you don't know how they're going to work. But I think these lot have just worked so well. And like I said, we've strengthened. We've got Callum Connolly from Stockport. That was a huge signing. I think Adam Phillips, obviously from Barnsley. I was shocked when that came through because obviously with Barnsley's captain last season, but comes in and he just commands the midfield, and it's just like we need those sorts of League One type players to help us in this league. And I think we had that last season. We did have a few players who knew League One, but I think this season we've got a different variety of players, shall we say, and like they understand it a bit more. They understand what it takes to get out of this league, and obviously they understand what it means now to play for Bradford City. And I think Graham has just got these players in who will understand the club more than anything, because you get the players at clubs who don't fit, or they just
Yeah.
don't get along with the fans, or they just don't understand what it means to play for that football club. But I do think all the players that we have signed, even ones I haven't mentioned, I think understand what it means to play for this football club.
That's what you need. I think that's what we're trying to do at Burnley now. We've, over the last couple of years, had players that have wanted to play for Vincent Kompany and not for Burnley Football Club. So now we've got a manager in Nicky Hayen who said, no, I want people who are willing to look at that crest and
Yeah.
go, well, I'm going to play for that badge. That's the club I want to play for. It's difficult because at the end of the day, footballers are footballers. They're not going to be like, oh, I like your badge, I'm going to play for you. But you've got to
Yeah.
find those players that are willing to do the hard miles and stuff like that. The thing I like about Graham Alexander is he's been a success sort of wherever he's been.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he says something when Gary Neville basically said his biggest regret with Salford is getting rid of Graham Alexander.
Yeah.
I mean, what have you made of him as a manager to start with? Because, he came in relatively off the back of that Salford sort of situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, what have you made of him since he's been at
I
Valley
mean,
Parade?
I think he's just been the answer that we've needed. I think before that we've been so close to either promotions or getting into the playoffs with other managers. Obviously, we got promoted via the playoffs in 2013 with Phil Parkinson. I don't think there's been a manager quite like Phil Parkinson since now Graham Alexander. And I think he just embodies what it means to be part of Bradford City, part of the culture. Yes, he never played for us, but I think he understands it massively. And coming into the club, he came in at a time where we were literally slipping down the table. I remember it, and I was thinking, oh God, I don't want us to get relegated to the National League, because we know how hard it is to get relegated to the National League and then trying to get promoted back up into the EFL. And I think he came at a time where there was more about rebuilding the club and the restructure around the club and what we needed, like the personnel, the characters, and that sort of thing. And he came in, and he's been here for it's just over almost 3 years, I think it is now, maybe a bit longer. And he's just understood it completely, and I trust him massively. I think at the start I was a bit like, okay, how are we going to play this system? And I remember one of the games he changed to a 3-5-2, and ever since then that's kind of been the sort of
Wow.
system that he will play. Especially the promotion season, he did play that quite a little bit. But yeah, he's just like, he trusts his players so much, and it makes the fans trust him as well. And like, you can just see what he's trying to do and what he's trying to achieve. Yeah, every manager will have a decision where you think, hang on a minute, there's a different player who could do that job that you've just done for someone else. Like that sort of thing, where there's like, you could put a different player on and he goes and puts someone else on. Fine, that's his call. But I think we just trust him as Bradford City fans. And I don't know how to explain it properly, but it's just like that feeling where you think, oh, something good's going to come of it. The promotion season, I didn't think we were going to get promoted that season. I remember when it was January and Walsall were walking the league and they were going to be winning the league and this, that and the other, and then they just plummeted down.
They
We
did, didn't
came
they?
on
Because
that,
they were like
yeah,
top of the summit for so long and then
yep,
just proper nosedived.
yep, literally. And I remember it because I went away with my mum in January, and I said to my dad, I was like, oh, it'll be right. We were outside the playoffs. I didn't think we'd have a chance of getting into the playoffs, to be honest. And I just thought, if we did, it might not be our year, this, that, and the other. I kind of just, that was in the back of my head, especially what happened a couple of seasons before that. And then just saw us progress. We're beating Walsall, I remember it, 3-0 at home. And then we beat Crewe, which was also a her game to a dedicated fixture. Those little moments that I remember, and I was like, oh, this could be something. And obviously the final day against Fleetwood, like 96th minute, I still can't believe that happened. Didn't actually see the ball go in the back of the net because someone was stood in front of me. But I just remember everyone going mental. I was celebrating with these three lads in front of me, never even met them before. I was like, you know what, this is final. Like, what is happening? And I think Graham has just realised the big moments. That was a big moment. Obviously, getting to the semi final last season in the playoffs, that was a huge moment. I think he knows that this football club deserved the big moments and he wants to deliver for this football club no matter what.
Oh, I love that about him. I think, to be fair, there was a couple of Burnley fans who did tout Grezza for the Burnley job before Nicky Hayen took it, especially when it got to a
Yeah,
point where we was like, right, so Bellamy's coming, Bellamy's not coming, he is coming. Oh no, we've moved on to somebody else. Then oh
yeah,
no, Bellamy's back on. It's been practically 3 months. What the heck is going on here? Then Rob Edwards, he don't want it. Somebody else, they don't want it. And I'm just thinking, oh my God, we're going to end up with John Coleman. And it's just, and it just got to a point where I'm like, are we just going to have to try and find somebody? Like, is the local pisshead outside the job centre going to be qualified enough at this rate? And it just got to a point of desperation. But we've got a man who's to be fair to us, I believe, similar to what you've been saying there. I think even though he's only been in the job probably not even well, yeah, just over a month. Like, you can see how much he's very fan orientated. He gets the club. He wants to, be very much involved with the whole infrastructure. And you want somebody that's not trying to just build a team on the pitch, but build the foundations for, you know, maybe the next person that steps
yeah,
in. And we had that with Sean Dash, who had laid some foundations, but now I think Nicky Hayen's going to sort of bring that back. But we love Grezza. I mean, the stuff he did for us. He weren't ever going to play in the Premier League with Preston, put it that way, because they never got there. So we had to give him a taste of that. Um, but yeah, you are a massive club in in League One. Let's not forget about that. And you do get quite bumper crowds. But this, like, I've got to commend Bradford for what they did, charging everybody a fiver and just packing out Valley Parade. And now they've given us an extra allocation. So there's going to be over like 5,000 Burnley fans there, and the rest is just going to be full of Bradford fans. It's just, and to be fair, we'll be wearing this. I think we're wearing this kit, so we'll be dressed in shortbread. Um, which it'll be the first time we've seen it in league action.
Mm.
Uh, but I don't know. Like I say, for me, I'm nervous going into this because cups we've been knocked out by Lincoln. We were knocked out um, by God no, I can't remember. I've tried to block it the Parker season out my head, but we got knocked out by two League Two sides, and it was just shocking out of both cup competitions. Um, the one thing I will say is to the comment that says, "Hi, Daddy, love you lots." Esme, love you too. And I know you'll be watching, waiting for me to read it out. But I love you lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots too. Of course I do. Um, so thank you, Ginger Ali, for basically clarifying as well. Really appreciate it. And to everyone in the chat, hi. I've not managed to say hi to you yet. With the conversation's just flowing. So don't worry. Don't worry. I haven't forgotten you guys, and your comments are there on screen. So get your predictions in, everyone in the chat as well. Let us know how you think it's going to go. Um, is there anybody that you sort of is your standout so far? I know it's still very early doors in the season,
Yeah.
but and I know you've said about the keeper being a bit of a madman. Um, but is there any sort of player that stood out that you think's going to be a gem for the rest of the campaign?
I think for us, and I'm gonna go off the back of the past couple of seasons as well, we have like multiple players who do that, and it's obviously just depending on like injuries or if they're unavailable for whatever reason. I think that sort of thing. I think Anthony Sasovic, obviously club captain, I'm absolutely delighted for him that he signed a new contract, and yeah, he really embodies what it means to be a part of Bradford City. When he's fit, when he's playing, he's exactly what we need, and he just kind of commends that midfield really, really well, and especially the attacking as well. He'll try and push up and help the attack. So I'd probably say him. I think it also depends on who Graham picks, to be honest, as
Yeah.
well. I think he might switch it up, he might not. I'm not too sure. I think, obviously, like you said, it's a fairly new squad for start of the season as well. Like, we haven't seen the players that much. Like, I think probably the lads who played on Thursday now. Almost forgot what day we played Wednesday. Thursday. I think most of them will play. I do think Bobby Poynton did start. He could start as well. I'm a really big fan of Bobby Poynton. Young lad from the academy, understands the club massively. Like, he is basically Bradford City through and through. Like, he had a season ticket before he could play for the club, and then went through the academy and now got a first team place. It's mental, honestly. Like, he is representing every single person from Bradford, and it's such a joy to watch him play. Even if he comes on for 10 minutes as a sub, it's such a joy because you're like, that's one of our own.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
same with like Caden Jackson as well. Obviously, he's never played for us prior to playing for us now, and he's got promoted to Premier League with Ipswich and things like that. And like him playing for Bradford, and when he signed for us, he said it's an absolute joy to play for my hometown club. It means so much to us. So I'd say those sorts of players who understand it more than anything, I think they're going to be key for us this season. I think, as mentioned before, obviously Graham has strengthened. I think some of the players are just going to pop up and surprise us all and be like, they've just come out of nowhere. Like Aidan Baldwin, for example, he got a lot of stick a
mm,
few years ago for lashing out. Right, I'd say like what happened, rightly so, but it is what it is. What happened? He got a red card at the end of the game when we played against Donny. The season we got promoted, and a lot of fans didn't like him after that, just lashing out. I remember seeing it because I wasn't actually at the game, and seeing the clips from socials, and it was like that in that moment he was just really furious with the referee and things like that, and it just happened, and then he's just like had sort of like a redemption arc, and he's just gone
yeah.
from strength to strength to strength, and then scoring against Wednesday was just unbelievable. Watching that on telly, I was like, oh my god, I'm absolutely delighted for him. Yes, he is our top goal scorer at the minute, and he's a defender. So there you go. You might come up with some surprises. To be honest, I'd love to see him get like 5 or 6 goals this season
We are
because
dog shit at set pieces, so if he's up for a corner, he's bagging.
I
Trust me.
mean him and then Callum Connolly as well. Them two, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, our lads just love to head the ball as much as they can. Like Gaden Baldwin, you'll see it on Wednesday, but yeah, he's just a phenomenal player, and I think yeah, I think he's going to be very important for us this season. But there's going to be lads who are going to be underrated. You're probably going to say it as well, Dan. There's going to be lads who are going to be underrated in your team that you think might
Yeah, yeah.
not come out now and show something in this game, but later down the line in the season they might just pull up an absolute worldie of some sort, and that's it, like surprise everyone. So you just don't know. I think it's very early to say, but I've got a lot of faith in the lads that we've got, and I'm not worried about any of them. Do you know what I mean? When you
Yeah, yeah.
one of them play, you think, oh, maybe not, just like stay on the bench, or maybe don't be in the team, that sort of thing. You know, like you're a bit worried, but these lot, I just don't think there's any worry. We've just got so much confidence going in us, and there's so much belief around the place, and I think that's what's going to help us out on Wednesday.
Oh, nice one. I mean, to be fair, everything you've said there sounds similar to like our situation. We have Jakob Brun Larsen, who in that shit season under Scott Parker was constantly, he was giving it to the fans in the stand, and why you're not backing us, and we're like, well, why you're not performing? And it sort of a lot of people still use him as a scapegoat now, and yet we played West Brom the other night, and as much as we got hammered, literally, he was the shining star of a bad performance. Um, again, like you said, at the time, that player probably deserved all the crap he were getting. But now, again, the redemption arc sort of comes
Yeah,
back. And then you've got these players that, for me, my only concern for Wednesday is you are a team that are sort of still on a high. You know, you start the season really, really well. Last season, you had a solid campaign. We were getting beat week in, week out, and the results were shocking in the Premier League. The performance levels weren't there. It felt like every ounce of skill level was sucked out of these players. And now our manager doesn't just have to put a team together capable of playing championship football, but he has to change the mindset of those players that are constantly going out and thinking, well, what am I doing playing when all I'm doing is getting beat every week? You can't think like that. So that's why I think tomorrow, well, say tomorrow, sorry, Wednesday scares the hell out of me because of the way we are, our mentality. And I think it will come down to who wants it more on the day. But if you've got that crowd behind you, Valley Parade can be a noisy place to be on a match day.
100%.
Um, it's a cauldron, isn't it? It
Yeah.
really, really is.
Oh,
Uh,
100%. I think
I'm
we've
not looking
made it
forward
like
to
a
it.
fortress.
I am, and I'm
Ah,
not.
you'll be fine. You'll be fine. We've made it like a fortress, 100%. I think it's definitely the promotion season. We made it a fortress. We made it
Yeah,
like we have to make it a place where teams will feel intimidated coming to us, and especially when we were in League Two, we were kind of one of the bigger sides, and people thought, oh, it's their cup final type of thing coming to us, but we kind of just took it in our stride to be like, right, you come into our place, we're going to play it how we want to play, and you just do whatever you need to do, but we will try and beat you and nick points off you and things like that. And if we can't win, don't lose type of thing. Obviously, in a cup, it's a bit
yeah,
different, but we've built that at Valley Parade, and I'm very grateful of how the club has just come on leaps and bounds from that moment of like 2, 3 seasons ago where it wasn't. I remember when we played against Mansfield, and I remember it vividly because it was our Her Game 2 dedicated fixture, and it was 2024, and we lost 5-1 eventually, 4-0 at half
Ooh.
time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And bear in mind, I was on the pitch at half time speaking about Her Game 2. It wasn't fun. I'll be
I
honest.
bet it was. Bet
A
it
lot of
was.
people were walking out, and I was like, this is not fun. But I remember that game specifically because it was so like the environment was so different. It was very strange walking into Valley Parade. It was just felt like people just couldn't be bothered coming to games anymore. They didn't enjoy it. You normally see like generations of supporters together. You just see less and less and less and less, and it was a shame to be honest with you. And then seeing from that game to like for example the Fleetwood game, obviously we knew at that game that if we won we'd be promoted. If we
Yeah,
drew, then Walsall would have been promoted and we would have to go on playoffs. But the fact we packed it out, the scenes on North Parade before it was incredible. Everyone walking down and just like it was just like a unity, and it just felt so good. And that for transcending into the actual stadium, it just felt like incredible. And I think that's what we've tried to do. And obviously the £5 tickets that you mentioned earlier, Dan, I think that's incredible from the club. And I think especially in a time where a lot of teams are charging extortionate amount of money for away tickets or home ticket. It's actually ridiculous when I see some of the like stats from who charges how much money for games. £5 for a cup game is not bad at all, and you're getting more people through the door, and it's just going to be an incredible atmosphere for Burnley fans and for City fans to come together for that moment. And I think a lot of our fans really highly rate Burnley as well. There's no like bad blood or rivalry or all between us. I think it's just like we don't mind you type of thing. So I think it's going to be a cracking game on Wednesday, and yeah, I think one that a lot of people will be speaking about afterwards just because of the atmosphere and hopefully for the game as well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it for the sheer fact of it's a stadium I can cross off. That I've been past it in the car. I've drove past and stuff, and obviously I knew about Bradford growing up because I saw that's where Robbie Blake sort of had his career and played Premier League football. Well, not much of it because he got crocked, I think. But Bradford have always been this sort of like big club, and they've got that big club mentality, and I think that's where obviously you've not been as. I feel like I'm going to insult the club and give you a
Go on
compliment at
then.
the same time here, but I'm
Go
saying
on then.
you're not as insufferable as the white shark further along.
Yeah.
That we are massive, we're Leeds United. Go away. It's like no, you actually realise that history is history, and
Yeah.
we have had that, but this is a new book, this is a new chapter, this is the Graham Alexander era, and this
Yeah.
is the way we're going. And I love that.
Exactly.
That's what it needs to be. Otherwise, we'd be like Blackburn and their '95 bull crap, which still infuriates me. The amount of messages I've had off him, man the gap, and I'm like,
Oh
mate, you
yeah.
always start the season well, and then you fall off because you're shit. Just calm down. Stop getting ahead of yourself.
I mean, some of our fans did that to town fans. I did not, but some of our fans did that to town fans, especially because we are now top and they are second. But they could have won on Saturday. They didn't. They dropped points. So there we go. We're going to hold it for them for now, but it's a long season. So yeah,
It is.
that's all I
It
can
is.
say.
It is. Honestly, Drew, it's lovely having you on. It's been good. To get you on and chat everything football. Prediction time.
Oh God.
First prediction is not going to be the score. Grezza's give you a phone call, dodgy stomach, had a nasty takeaway the night before. He wants you to pick the team. If you had to pick an 11
Oh Jesus.
for Wednesday's game, who would be your starting 11?
Oh, that is a cracking question. Oh my God. I hope that doesn't happen to Graham. Hopefully he's on the touchline on Wednesday. Oh, good question, Dan. Let me have a think. Right.
Yeah, I forgot to include that one when I sent you
No,
a
it's fine. Don't worry. I'm
message.
gonna pull up our squad just so then I've got like something to refer to. Because knowing me, I'll probably have forgotten someone. I'll go for the game against Chef Wednesday. Just to have a look quickly. Hang on 2 seconds. There we go. Right. I think McCracken's going to be in goal. I do
Yeah.
think that. I think just because we haven't seen Cameron Dawson as much yet. He signed the day after Sam Walker left and we haven't seen much of him. So I think probably McCracken is your best shot for keeper. Back three, I think I'm hoping it'll be the same. Gillespie, Baldwin and Pennington. I think that's going to be the three. I don't see why not. I don't think we've got any injuries. Touch wood. I don't think we have. And then we're rumoured to sign a new wing back, so who knows if they'll be here before Wednesday. I'm not too sure, but I do think it'll be Ibu Toure on the left because currently Tyreek Wright is out injured.
I
I did
like
see him.
Torre. I think he's a good player.
He's a very good player. Yeah. I think Stockport did a huge mistake letting him go, but thank you Stockport for that. Yeah, Tyreek Wright unfortunately is injured. The Peterborough game actually, we saw him. Me and my dad we saw him walking past, and bless him, he was like hobbling a little bit. So I was like, oh God, that's not good. But
No.
I believe he's out for a couple of weeks, but he'll be back before we know it. I think Connolly and Sars will be in midfield, and then Josh Nairfield on the right. Josh Nairfield has been incredible for us last season. Very, very good signing from Wimbledon, so I think he'll be very good out there. I think if we're doing a three, so a two and a one technically, we had Bobby Pointon, like I said, against Chef Wednesday. I don't know why I've got a feeling he might come off the bench.
I'm
I
going to
mean, I
say,
would
is he
love.
being used more as an impact player?
I mean, last season he was more of a starter. This season, the first two games, apart from obviously the Sheffield Wednesday game, the Rochdale one and the Peterborough one, he was off the bench. So in my head, I'm thinking he might go back onto the bench. I don't mind him coming off the bench. It's just I think I was so used to last season seeing him starting, so it
Yeah.
made sense. But I think this season, I think maybe off the bench, impact sub. I think maybe Will Swan instead of him because that's who he replaced maybe, and then Jackson on the other side, and then Beasley up top. I do think that's probably going to be the team. I don't think he'll make that many changes. I mean, Nick Powell might. I don't know. He might start, but then Nick
I
Powell.
thought he was still at Stockport, me. I
I
didn't.
know he was. Yeah, he was
Didn't know
there,
he were
and then
you.
he got injured, and then came to us when he were injured, and then was out for ages. Bless him. And then came back towards the back end of last season, and then basically was like our knight in shining armor, like super sub type player. It just come on and like I remember Barnsley away last season. We were, I think it were, we're winning 1-0, and then they scored second half, and then he comes on and he scores, and we thought we were the winner, and then Barnsley go and score the other end, which was not fun. But he scored that goal, and it was just like, oh my god. So yeah, I think Nick Powell will probably be on the bench, coming on as an impact sub. So bear with, because he likes a good goal and an impact
Got
sub
him
type
and Adam
goal.
Phillips on the bench. Then we're.
Yeah, I mean that's another thing. Adam Phillips, he could start because he's been on the bench, but the issue is that he is like coming back from an injury.
Yeah.
So
So it's about game
does
management.
Graham, yeah, does Graham risk him or does he just bring him on for like the last 15 minutes or whatever? You know what I mean? Maybe I'm even looking now at the subs that we had. Maybe Reece Welsh as well. He might play a bit. I mean, he played a
God,
bit against
you've got a
Rochdale.
few ex like Everton youngsters in there,
Yeah, I
haven't
know.
you?
I know. It's a lot of Everton, to be honest. I think we've got like some sort of allegiance with Everton. We were Crystal Palace for a while. It was Crystal Palace for a while. Now it's Everton, which I don't mind. I mean, Rebecca
Yeah,
from the
true.
pod, obviously, we talk a lot about it. We've got a few ex-Aki as well, which is quite funny. So, I mean, I'll take it. To be fair, Stockport, half our team is Stockport, to be honest. But yeah, I think I'll go with that. I mean, there might be a few changes. It obviously depends on training, who's been training all right, any injuries to report, that sort of
Yeah.
thing. I don't know if we've had a presser yet. We might have it tomorrow, our presser, because
Mm.
we usually have it on Wednesday, so it might be on a Tuesday this week. So we'll see. But I'm going to go with that team, and yeah, now it's making me feel a bit, it's real now, like it's making me a bit nervous, so thanks.
It's all right. But that team though sounds pretty strong, to be
Mm.
honest. So given the team you've picked,
Yes.
how do you think they're going to fare
I don't
scoreline
want to
wise?
jinx us. That's the issue with me coming on podcasts with other people. I've got
Why?
this habit now. I don't like to jinx us. So I will just say it's going to be a very good game. There's going to be goals. I mean, I don't really want it to go to penalties because if you see my
Yeah.
face at penalties, you'll probably laugh your head off. So, yeah. I mean, we could be on FaceTime and I'll be like, Dan, I'm stressed. I don't like this. No, no, I don't want to do this. No, I'm going
I
home.
hate
Like,
penalties. I hate
oh,
them.
me too. I hate them.
I
I,
love them because of the excitement, but
no,
then it's
no.
that excitement of like being in a queue for a roller coaster. It's there
Oh,
until I get
yeah.
to the front, and then I'm like, I kind of don't want to ride this thing.
Yeah. I mean, if it's watching other teams, fine. I'm all right with it. If I've
Yeah.
got like a favourite team, that's fine. But us, I think the last time, I think we had a penalty shootout against, was it Accrington? It might have been Accrington a couple of seasons ago. We won that one. But I remember the one, I wasn't there at the game, but I remember my dad was telling me about it when we played Arsenal in the Cup in like
Yeah.
2012 or something like that. We got penalties at our place, and the whole story of Arsenal not liking our dressing rooms because they were tiny. That apparently happened. God knows if that were true. That was kind of the rumour flying around at the time, and ever since then
Was
we've
that
all
when you
said
had
like,
like players like John Stead and stuff like that?
no, before that,
So it's
before that.
before that. All right.
So like your Gary Jones, your Stephen Darby, your Gary Thompson, your Alan Connell, them sort of
Oh
players.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Nice.
that one, I remember my dad was telling, because he was there at that game. I remember him telling me about that penalty shootout because I remember watching the match, but then I would miss the penalties because I went to bed because it was a school night. I remember it, and then my dad was telling me about it afterwards. So that sort of excitement of penalties, I love that. I mean, if you're on the right side of penalties, it's always
Yeah.
fun.
Of
But
course it is.
I mean, I'm gonna stick with what I said. It's gonna be a good game. There's gonna be goals. God knows what's gonna happen at full time, and one of us is gonna be happier than the other.
Do you know what? I'm glad you've sort of said that, just because I didn't really have a prediction. Because I really can't predict it. I don't know what Burnley's going to turn up. I don't know whether we're going to get the ones whose heads doing a Nigel Pearson and just head in the sand, ostrich
Yeah.
sort of stuff, or whether we're going to have the same sort of mentality monsters that managed to come back against West Ham.
Yeah.
I don't
You
know.
don't know, do you? You
It's
don't
so
know, do you?
difficult, but because especially our record in cups. I mean, your record in cups is something else. Bradford in cup competitions are just. It doesn't matter what league you're in. You seem to somehow just go, yeah, let's give it a go. And you get through, and you get through, and I mean, I can't. We're only so long. Well, how many years back now? You got to quarters, semis.
2015.
Madness. I don't think we've ever been that far since 2008. So
I mean, we beat like Chelsea, we beat Millwall, Reading. No, did we lose? We lose to Reading, I think it was. Sunderland we beat. I remember that game. That was a good game. That atmosphere was cracking that day. I remember that. Yeah.
sorry, not
I
sorry,
mean,
Ant.
yeah, sorry, not sorry. I mean, with us in cup competitions, I think more. I'm gonna say more recently. Obviously, FA Cup. It hasn't been the best in recent years. I think was it last season or season before we lost to Cheltenham in first round, which wasn't fun. Away as well. I'm like, oh god, yeah, not fun. I think it was 2 seasons ago actually. But then like the Carabao Cup last season, we got Newcastle in third round. I know we lost, but what an incredible day that was! Like that whole night was incredible. Like traveling to Newcastle and sitting right at the top, blooming neck. That was a trek and a half getting up in that way, and I never want to do that ever again. Honestly, the lift, they didn't let us go in the lift. We had to go up the stairs. Oh, it took life out
What
of
for
me.
Newcastle away?
Yeah. Oh god, yeah.
It's
No.
horrendous, isn't it?
Oh, hated it.
I've
Absolutely
only ever
hate.
done it once. New Year's Day, dressed
Oh
in
god.
flat cap and onesies, drinking on the coach down there, and we had to use the stairs.
Oh, it
It's
was
the only
hell.
place I ever lost my bank card.
How?
Just
Just lost it.
wearing a onesie, probably how. In the middle of Pop World, dancing round a pole. Fun times. They were fun
Yeah,
times.
fun time.
And we drew 3-3. We had
Oh,
a
that's not
defender.
bad.
We had a defender come on because somebody got sent. Was somebody get sent off or somebody got injured,
Yeah.
and then he got injured about 10 minutes afterwards. So he had to then come back off.
Oh my god.
And anyway, we ended up drawing three apiece, and I was just like, just the whole day out was pretty fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's
I
the only
mean,
place I've ever lost my bank card, and I was
fair enough.
wounded. I was so scared, like, oh my god, people are gonna know my details. What do I do? I'm like 18, 19 at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm just flapping, like, I don't know what happens now. Is someone going round pretending to be Daniel
Oh.
Morehouse?
Oh my. I mean, we saw Andy Cook, obviously City legend. I will say that now,
Yeah,
absolute legend of our football club, score at his home team's ground, shall we say, because he is a Newcastle fan.
yeah,
So it was very special seeing that, and it was quite funny actually leaving St James's, and I heard a lot of Newcastle fans, a lot of Geordie accents, being like, "Oh, I didn't realise that the lad who scored for Bradford is a Geordie." And then in that moment, I was like, "Oh, that's cute, that's sweet." But I mean, watching them 4 goals, I was like, "Oh God!" I was like, "I don't want to do them stairs again. No, thank you." And then obviously the goal that we scored made up for it. But I mean, yeah, cup competitions like we're not been too bad, but I think. I know in the league, is it League Cup, EFL Cup, whatever the heck it is. We were in the semi-finals a couple of seasons ago, lost
yeah,
out. Semi-finals again, lost out. So it's like recent years. I'd say Graham Alexander era, we've been better
yeah.
at certain cup competitions. But I mean, it's just another opportunity for something new to happen in terms of our squad and that sort of thing, and new opportunity for fans to see our players a bit more because a lot of fans might not have been able to go to Sheffield Wednesday or Peterborough or Rochdale. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm excited and nervous for Wednesday. Yeah,
You just
yeah,
don't want it to derail your season because of the season you've had. Like you say, you've started really well. So to be honest, you do want to keep that momentum going, but then you also don't want a cup competition to get in the way of what you're trying to achieve, which is the
yeah,
main goal of promotion to the championship.
yeah, hundred
I think you're
percent,
going to have a good campaign. Personally,
hundred.
I mean,
No
whatever
jinxes.
happens from this cup game,
Don't jinx us. I'll come
I'm
back
not.
to this video and be like, Dan, I'm going to kill you.
Listen, I'm
No.
not going to put money on it. I'm not going to say that Bradford are going to get promoted and put money on it because everything I do put money on turns to absolute dust. So I'm not going to do that.
Thank you.
Um, so you're fine there. In fact, what I'll do is to make sure you win the division is I will bet against Bradford, which means Bradford will then win every single week, and then you should be fine.
I mean, that's like Shara on our other podcast. She's like, every time she says the thing, the opposite happens every time. So,
It does, honestly.
I
It must just
mean,
be a northern thing.
I mean,
Like,
I, I, I don't think I've ever tried it, but
but it's just seriously. I'm so crap at predicting.
oh, I am. Oh, I don't predict anymore just because I don't want to jinx people. Like, I felt bad last season when we did our predictions for the pod and I put Stockport to win the playoffs. I felt really bad after that. And I was, oh no, sorry, Claire. I felt really bad. So yeah, I don't like doing predictions. I just think whatever happens, happens for a reason. And I think
Yeah,
whatever happens on Wednesday for both of us, not just Bradford, I don't think necessarily define our seasons. I think it'll just give us both like the reality checks that we need in terms of what we need to improve on, what we need to keep right type of thing. And obviously
yeah,
we've said that the transfer window shuts week after, whenever it is. We've got the time to develop our squad, get the players in that we need, ship out any players we don't. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah,
we've got that time now, and I think the test on Wednesday will definitely show that massively for both teams. I think for you, it'd be more of a sense of building what you've already got, see how you do under your new manager, see what works, see what doesn't, that sort of thing. For us, it's more like the momentum and how we can play against a bigger team like yourselves who play in the championship week in, week out. Like, we beat Stoke last season, obviously another
yeah,
championship
yeah,
team. So it's like we've got that sort of momentum, like, oh, we can do that. But that was at Stoke. This is at our place, so we're gonna play to like our rules type of thing and make sure that I think honestly, whatever happens on Wednesday, it's whoever starts off stronger. I genuinely believe that, and I've said it every single time I've been on podcasts with other people. I've said whoever starts stronger out of the two of us will go on to win the game, I think, just because, like us, we always play to the crowd. I've noticed that. You'll see it on Wednesday as well. We
yeah,
play, like our players play to the crowd massively. A challenge comes in, we're all screaming and shouting, that sort of thing. Or like a free kick happens, or if the ref has been absolutely dreadful, which is quite likely, to be honest. We all know about the refs. No disrespect to any refs if you are watching, but some of you,
AFL
yeah,
referees just yeah,
not great.
in the
Yeah,
bin.
not great. Not great. But we're always on that side of like supporting the players. And even if we're like, I don't know, just putting it out, if this happens, it happens. But if we're 1-0 down, us, at half time, our fans will make it known. But we'll be like, do you know what? We're 1-0 down against a championship side. That's not too bad. But we can go back second half and we'll do what we did against Sheffield Wednesday. And I think
Yeah, yeah,
that team talk, whatever Graham said, I would love to have known what he said. Whatever he said helped. And I think that will help us massively on Wednesday. And yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about that game now. It's the atmosphere is going to be electric, but I'm
yeah.
going to be an absolute nervous wreck. I'll be messaging you through. I'll be like, Dan, I'm nervous. I don't like this. Yeah, I'll be. Yeah, I mean, it's a pod derby as well, so Sam's probably going to want some content from us about
Yeah.
the stressing. I've told him. I said you don't want me nervous face, so yeah, I'm going to be so nervous. I'm fine now. Wait for it. Wednesday morning. No,
Yeah,
I'll be
I'll be
nervous.
like, I'm looking forward to tonight, and then as soon as I set off, I'll be like,
Yeah. I'll be the same. I'll be like, oh god, and then I'll see a team sheet. I'll be like, right, okay, okay, fine, fine, and then I'll still be a
I
nervous wreck.
won't, I won't, because I'll just be like, right, okay, that squad should be capable enough, but I've seen us in recent like in recent times and
But you
realised that,
never know.
yeah,
You never know. You never know.
no, that is
That's the
true.
thing about cup competitions. And I mean, I know we said about penalties, but imagine penalties. Just yeah.
Don't. We had to do it against Notts County, and it was brutal.
Oh, you did, didn't you? Yeah, sorry. No, actually,
Yeah,
no. We don't want penalties. I'm all right with no
no.
penalties. I'm
I
all
mean, my
right.
little girl will want penalties. By all means, she'd be like buzzing. She loves penalty shootouts. She's
Yeah.
like, it's exciting. And I'm like, yeah, it's exciting for you because you don't understand it. I said, you still don't understand like you've not had your favourite player leave a football club yet.
Oh,
You've
don't.
not had that heartbreak. Like,
Oh, don't
just
even.
wait till it comes to a player that you're like, oh, I love them. It's like, oh, sorry, they don't play. But
Oh,
what? It's
don't.
like,
You had to put that in my head now. All I can think of is Jamie Walker leaving. Absolute legend in my eyes. I
oh,
love Jamie Walker. Grimsby now, but yeah, loved him. And when it was announced that he was leaving, I was in tears. Yeah.
rightly so. Rightly so. When you love a player, but I just hear the words Nathan Teller and I still well up. Um, and that was recent. I thought I'd have grown out of it.
Mm.
But no, I haven't. I mean, Ginger Ali's put his prediction in and has gone Bradford 3, Burnley nil.
Jesus Christ. Wow.
Ah,
Okay.
I mean, just goes to show how much we are really, really, think we're going to bottle it.
I mean, you
Um,
have to have some sort of optimism. I mean, it's a bit hard,
he
but you've
has, he
got to
has.
have
He's only
something.
kept it to 3.
Yeah. I know, yeah. That's like a little bit, yeah. You know what? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But Kingdom Minders has said, I think the Clarets are going to come out with a little something to prove after the last match at West Brom, hoping for a 2-1 Burnley win. Then we had a troll in. Love it. Um, and Baxi in the chat said, if we play it like we did at weekend, Bradford will batter us. And that, honestly, no, it's true. It's true because we were, honestly, just beyond, like, crap is not even the word I would use. It's not strong enough. We were dire. 4 goals scored in that game, and not one Burnley player scored them. Like even the goal for us was an own goal, and it was
Yeah.
just it was so flat. Like I said at the
Mm.
beginning, it was a hangover from last season sort of thing. Um, Certain players don't look like they can be bothered.
Mm.
Almost like they're expecting. Well, I've played in the Premier League, and then out the Premier League, then in the Premier League. Yeah, and there's a reason why you keep doing that. It's because you've got this
Mm.
chip on your shoulder of, well, I've got the talent.
Mm.
Well, show it, because you're not,
Mm.
and it's a
Yeah.
team game, and that's what we need. Like I say, I'm trying to be like constructive about my team. I'm not trying to slander the players or knock them down. I want them to have the confidence to go into this game, and I want us to play like a championship team, a team that has just come down from the Premier League and fighting to get back there, not a team that is going to struggle with said teams week in, week out,
Yeah.
because we
Yeah.
don't know what Burnley team we're going to get. Barry's in. He says, "Is it your birthday, Dan? It's mine tomorrow." Big Bad Bazza. It is my birthday today. 35, halfway to 70.
Oh my God.
Woo! The Grim Reaper sent me a text this morning saying, "See you soon." So there we go.
Oh my
However,
God.
I told him, 50, never mind 53 today, Kate. Don't rub it in. Um, Yeah, so if you see me with my Zimmer frame on Wednesday, then fair dues. But no, Barry, happy birthday for tomorrow, mate. At least your birthday's on a Tuesday, not a Monday, which can be a little bit of a sort of day. But I've had a good one, and I've got to speak to the lovely Dita tonight, so that's the main thing. My birthday's led up to this moment, Dita. You're the icing on the cake. I've blown out the candle, but you're the icing on the cake, so that's not.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
But no,
I'm
I
very
appreciate.
honoured to be on a podcast with you on your birthday. So thank you.
Everyone said, "You're doing a podcast on your birthday." I said, "Yeah." Like, the fun don't stop, just because.
Mm.
And plus, I've had 35 of them. They get a bit samey after a while. I said it to my mum earlier. I said, when I used to get money as a kid? She said, yeah. I said, well, why don't I get that money now? Like, I need it more now than I did
Yeah.
when I wanted
Then
to
you
buy sweets and a squishy. Like, seriously, like, give it me
yeah.
now. I've got bills. I've got phone bills. I've got stuff I need to sort out. I don't
No,
want
sir.
new over expensive trainers that I'm going to scuff in a schoolyard. Right now
Yeah.
I'm trying to live. So yeah, it's all fun and games, But no, I've had a blast. Thank you very much for coming on, Drita. Where
No
can
worries.
people support you, support your Her Game 2 stuff, and show their support?
Thank you again for having me. I need to remember
Anytime.
what I've actually got to. I've got too much onto me. You know me, I do too much. You can find my personal Twitter at Dreety_HGT. I will try and post a bit more on that. I just kind of use it to repost stuff, as you do. You can find my Her Game 2 stuff at HGT_BCFC. That's on Twitter and Instagram. We've got a lot more content coming out very, very soon. Planning for this season, so stay tuned for that. You can find me usually on a Thursday on the Absolute Football Podcast talking EFL, waffling usually and ranting as you do, as I do. And you can find, I've got so much blooming egg, sorry Dan.
No, fire away.
You can find my media content event, I don't know, stuff, media stuff on Media by Dita on Instagram, sorry. Where I'll be posting a lot more stuff for like matchday vlogs. I'll be doing a matchday vlog on Wednesday as well, so stay tuned for that. Posted my Rochdale one the other day. I know it's a bit late, but life gets busy, so bear with. But I'm trying to be a bit more consistent on that channel and start posting a bit more stuff on that page and just trying to show people what I do and just talk Bradford City with my Yorkshire accent, so why not?
No, people do please show Dita some love and appreciate it. So I appreciate everybody who's been in the chat. Thank you for the happy birthdays. Barry said there, cracky mate, you're just a young un. I'm 83, thankfully still as fit as a fiddle. Mate, like Sylvester Stallone, mate, you are still live and kicking, fit and well. That's it. And surprisingly as well after the season Wolves had last year, mate. So but he also says you're a lovely young lady as well. So
thank you.
Clearly knows you. But no, thank you very much to everyone for watching. Thank you to everyone for listening. As I said before, if you can, like, follow, share, subscribe, do what you got to do. It really does help. And until next time, let's see how the game goes. Fingers crossed it's going to be a good one. I think it will. People will bill it as a Lancashire versus Yorkshire derby. It's not. It's not. I think it's going to be
it is. It kind of is. It kind of is. It is. It's not kind of. It is. It is a derby. It's a derby. I'm saying.
Yeah, but then you've just been telling me about your squad, and most of them you've bought from Lancashire clubs.
Well, yeah, but they joined the better side, didn't they? So there we go.
We're going to get onto that white rose, red rose stuff.
Yep.
We can. Hold it back.
We can, but I like Burnley. I don't mind them. I've got a few mates who are Burnley fans. Thank you. But when it comes on Wednesday, before what time is kickoff? 8 o'clock, is it? I don't even know what time kickoff is.
7:45, I think.
7:45, whatever time it is. Literally 2 minutes before that, I'll be messaging you. I'll be like, we're still friends, don't worry. 90 minutes and whatever else after. No. Then after that, we're fine. Yep, that's it.
That's it. That's why I'm hoping it don't go to penalties, because then that means you're going to hate me for a little bit longer. So.
Oh, no. No, I could never hate you. No, don't be silly. No, don't be silly.
I might dislike you for 90 minutes, but not hate you.
Exactly. I might just feel like, if you score and then be like, oh, Dan will be there, he'll be cheering his head off. Oh, great. That's fun. Yep. I'll think about that.
You
never know.
I doubt it. I'm 35 now. I can't jump around and celebrate. My bones creak when I do that.
Older.
So old. I'll go to live one arm and I'll be like, arthritis.
Oh, God. You're not old. Nah, but if Burnley do a worldie, I might play out into Universe right now. We'll come back to this and be like, what the hell were we on about?
Burnley do a worldie?
Yeah, you'll lose your head. I know you will.
My head has never been found. It's one of those more scientific things. It's like it's never been there. It's here, but whatever was meant to be in it is just, it's never been found. No. It's like Austin Powers without his mojo. It just doesn't, like that's it. Just empty head. So it could be good. I mean, to be fair, I do love it. I think that's why I'm one of them when it comes to football. Sometimes I can't film like in the game because I want to be solely focused. If you think, oh, there's a chance and then bang, camera's out, it can be quite difficult.
So that's me all the time. Yeah, I miss the amount of chances I've missed is actually ridiculous. But then, do you know what? I just like to film the fans more than anything.
Yeah,
and like seeing their emotions. Yeah, I love that more than anything. So yeah, there's been times where I've been like, oh, like a goal happened. Oh, I missed that. But I remember last season, Jensen Metcalf scored. I want to say Port Vale, just before New Year.
Yeah.
On the far side, Theo Dallas, and I was like, oh, he's gonna strike here. Put my camera out, filmed it. Oh, it was perfect. I was well buzzing with myself after that. I was like, thank God. After that, no. Never had a chance to do that ever again. But Yeah. I
I
mean, you
miss
got to
those
live it in the
moments though,
moment.
where you're like, all of a sudden you see someone about to jump for an header, and you sort of like go on your tiptoes and go like that, and like your head just bops a little bit because you're thinking you're going to head it in,
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
your foot twitches because you're going to go for that shot. And it's them little things that I miss. I'm not saying that I'm the sort of guy who walks around like Harry Redknapp twitching like a good un, but I mean, I'm like, I'm at the football and I'm just trying to live it, breathe it,
Yeah,
soak it in,
yeah, yeah.
just embrace it. And I think it's going to be a cracker. Now under the lights at Valley Parade, two teams battling it out.
I'm
Lancashire
very
versus
excited.
Yorkshire, crunch game. Oosh,
The
let's have
Graham
it.
Alexander derby.
Yeah.
That's what I'm so excited. I can't wait for the reception that he's going to get from your fans. I think it's just going to be
Another
class.
reason why you'll win because you're going to feel like you've got all four sides of Valley Parade basically like just celebrating with you. It's just going to be
You never know. You
mayhem.
never know. I mean, I'm
Oh,
just trying to be
true.
positive and neutral and not be the biased Bradford City fan that I
Don't
should
be.
be. No, I'm
Wear
being neutral. I'm
wear
being
your
neutral.
amber chicken glasses with pride, girl. Do it and
Amber
just
chicken
like,
colours.
I mean,
I don't know where that came from.
amber chicken glasses. Fair dues.
Fair. Yeah,
Um,
fair.
I
Yeah.
mean, I say that I sometimes see things with my claret tinted glasses on. That
Mm.
makes sense, but amber chicken glasses, yeah.
I
See
mean,
what I mean?
our
No
colours
brain cells.
merge. Claret, amber, it merges.
Yeah,
It makes sense. So I'm trying to be
does.
neutral. But I mean, I'm very excited, as I said. I'm glad it's like with a team who I know a very good friend of mine in you. So I'm very glad about that because if it was someone else I couldn't care about, I'd be like, yeah, we're going to batter them. Now I'm just like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens for a reason. And yeah, I
It
know.
does. It does.
I mean,
The
it's, yeah.
fate is in Wednesday's hands, and not the football club. Um, but no, thank you very much, people. Please do go check out Dita's stuff. Really, really, please do. Um, and yeah, thank you for giving up your time. Really do appreciate it.
No worries.
Thank you once again, listening, watching, subscribing, and putting up with my absolute tosh that comes out of my mouth. Really do appreciate you all. But until next time, Thursday, the day after the game, we'll be back for another match preview. I'm choking on my own saliva. Wonderful.
Lovely.
Um, I'll see you Thursday. Thanks a lot. Up the Clarets. See you in a bit.